Testing, testing. 15 seconds till puck drop.
I need commentary on the video's live. I just turned that on, so I just took over from Brad Helfrich. I've been told we sound the same. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what I sound like. I try not.
You sound amazing.
I try not to talk to myself.
Sound amazing.
Not as often as you wish.
My wife just wandered away. It is a lovely Wednesday evening in Orono. It looks like we got Melissa Levy listening in tonight. It's 8:03 p.m., 15 minutes on the clock. The Edina Hornets are circled up around the net, ready to get going. We've got our coaches on the bench. It looks like we're ready to roll. I don't know how good or bad Orono Westtonka is supposed to be, but they're called the Warriors, so I'll be calling them the Warriors tonight. A bunch of our girls are familiar with girls on their team. Usually that means that we skate a little bit harder, at least a little tiny bit harder. This game is brought to you by Tinseltown from the basement of Lord Fletcher's Lodge on the lovely shores of Lake Minnetonka, where we had an appearance by the Grinch, who won the costume award amongst the parents during the safety meeting. Craigness on the draw. Cohen and Ballard out there with her. My understanding is there's been a little shakeup in the forward lines, so forgive me in advance if my commentating doesn't quite keep up with the new lines. Levy up to Ballard. Ballard circling through the zone. Orono tries to grab a hold of that. Craigness tries to come up with it. We're in the neutral zone, a little battle going on. Orono works it down low. Sweeter's back to collect it. Works it back up to Ballard on the near side boards. Craigness plucks that out. Works it up to Cohen. Cohen and Craigness. Cohen there, near side boards. Works it down to Craigness. Out to Cohen in front. They knock it aside. Orono works it out of the zone. Amy picks it up. Senses an opportunity, but loses an edge. Oop, here comes Orono. They got a break. Luckily, we got Craigness back there helping out. Now we're near side here. Newcomb comes up with that one. She's going in all alone. She's got 5 Warriors chasing her. Chips that one towards the goal. That one, it goes in. You know, if that's not unassisted, I don't know what is. It was a 5-on-1. Newcomb dangled around basically everyone, and then chipped it past the goalie on her backhand after working through all 5 of them, starting at our blue line and working all the way through. Newcomb, Witherspoon, Nedry, backed up by Helfrich and Sweetser. Here comes Newcomb. That's a goal at about 1 minute and 15 seconds into the first period. Edina leads 1-0. Newcomb works it down low to Witherspoon. Witherspoon works it out in front. It's tossed to the corner. Orono gathers. Helfrich back. Collects herself. Nedry up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon working out of the zone. Dangles around a couple of people. Works into the offensive zone. Looking for that pass. Centering pass. Just missed in front. Levy tried to keep that one in. Just a little offsides. 13 minutes and 1 second left in the first period. 1-0 Edina Hornets lead. If you're just tuning in now, it's the Edina Hornets versus the Westtonka Warriors here in the Morrison Arena. Oop. Mallory fires that one, tries to go short side, works it out to the point. Levy back down low. That one almost gets chipped. Ellis Sauter in the corner, works it over to Boylan. Boylan loses the handle on it. Chapman tries to work it back down low. That one springs loose. Levy back to collect it. Levy works it up to Boylan. Boylan gets a stick on it. We try to work into the zone. They work out. Here comes the Westtonka Warriors. Sauter back to clean that up. Great job. That's what a center does right there. Chips it up to Boylan. Boylan sees Mal on the far side. They get a stick on that. That one that hops on a Boylan stick. Boylan tries to work it around the outside. Boylan tries to chip it in. Down to Ellis Sauter. Ellis Sauter behind
behind the net, working out, works it up to the point. Amy, back down to Ella. Ella working towards the net, fires, just misses, hits the skate. Boylan back out to the point. Amy across over to Helfrich. Helfrich backhands it into the corner. Souter and Boylan go for a change. Ballard's already out there for the next line. Helfrich tries to keep that one in. Westtonka comes up with that. Luckily, the Hornets are there. They fire it down. Long shot. Amy collects that one. Retreats. Works behind the net. Ooh. Tries to center that one. Helfrich got the puck behind our net. Cohen works it out of the zone. Deceived everybody, including her teammates. Okay, Cohen's back again. Cohen's got some energy tonight. It could be because it is her father's 51st birthday. I found it very hard to believe because he looks more like 27 and carries himself like a 19-year-old, but it turns out that his birth certificate would confirm that he is 51 years old. Craigness ties somebody up along the boards. Craigness battling for that puck. We got a further change happening. Now Newcomb, our goal scorer, jumps on the ice. Cohen down in the corner trying to give chase. Here comes the Warriors, chipping it out of the zone. They chip it down deep. Helfrich is back to clean it up. Helfrich working up the side. That's an offsides. Good. That gives our team an opportunity to sit down, collect their thoughts. Looks like we got the Witherspoon, Newcomb, Nedry line out there. Backed up by Levy now and Sweetser. Levy leaves for Sweetser. Sweetser works it around the near side. Newcomb chips it forward. Witherspoon's got an opportunity. Chips it into the zone. Goalie thinks about it. Tosses it aside. Newcomb along the near side boards. Fighting to keep it low. Levy out at the point. Oh, almost kept that one in. Couldn't quite do it. Levy again. Back to Sweetser. Sweetser to Levy. Another offsides call. That one's called an intentional offside, so we'll have a center ice face-off. 10 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first period. 1-0 Edina leads. So far, shots just read 1-0. I think shot attempts would be higher. They've blocked a couple of our shots. Souter on the draw. Back to Levy. Levy off the boards, up to Newcomb. Boylan in, trying to create an opportunity. Works it over. Oh, right in front. Not a bad idea. She got hooked a little. Got dragged to the corner. Flung it to the front. And there was a helping wing coming in. Trying to create some work. Orono was talking behind their own net. Trying to get a breakout. Ella Sauter jumps on that so quick. Boylan behind the net. Tries to work it out. Again, little traffic there. Orono Westtonka trying to get something going. Mal in the corner. Mal's dangling. Tries to work out towards the front. Big body out there. Oh, just got knocked aside. Levy crashes down. Sauter covers the point. Mal works it up to our point. Sweetser works it back down. Chips it by Boylan. There goes Sauter trying to catch up with it. Levy on one near side boards. Keeps that thing in. Sauter works it down. Boylan chops that one out of the air. Dangles around one. Fires. Oh! Just missed the corner on that one. That was a good shot. I have a feeling that this commentator and that kid might be watching that one again. I don't know why that one didn't go in. Out to the center. Craigness is out there now. Craigness and Ballard. Probably need a change. Boylan decides, yep, it's time for a change. It's like I've got the hockey helmet helper. Cohen jumps on the ice. There we go. 3 shots on goal. The Hornets are buzzing. 1-0. So far, this goalie's made some nice saves, and I have a lot of respect for goalies, but so far we haven't really tested her on shots. Craigness back to Cohen. Cohen across the slot. Fires. Goalie gobbles that one up. Ballard is right there to create pressure. Love it. So we got Craigness, Ballard, and Cohen out there. They're getting organized. Chapman out at the point. Cohen out of the corner. Works it back down to Cragness. Cragness dances over to Cohen. Cragness and Cohen doing their work in the corner. Cragness comes up with that one. Senses an opportunity. Works it over to Ballard. Ballard fires. Ooh. Okay. I said something about the goalie may or may not have been tested yet. She's been tested these last couple of shots, and she's made some very nice saves. We're switching things up, and we've got the Newcomb, Witherspoon, Nedry line out there, backed up by Chapman and Lou. Chapman out at the point, tries to zip it in. Oh, they get a stick on that, unfortunately. And we go back to Chase. Collecting it is Lucy Chapman. Chapman works it off the boards. Very smart hockey play because that's not going to be an icing. There goes Newcomb giving chase. Newcomb creating some pressure. Westtonka Warriors flip that thing out. It looks like we've got no ice called. Amy back to collect behind her own net. Rolling puck. Good hockey play there. Out to Witherspoon. She grabs it at the blue line. She's got Nedry in tow. Witherspoon fires. Ooh, they just got a stick on that one. That one got knocked a little bit wide. Back to Helfrich. Helfrich over to Amy. Amy sees the red line. Thinks about zipping in. Here we go. She's entering the zone. Works it down low. Trying to feed the front. She's down in the corner. Works it back towards the net. Oh, unfortunately, they come up with that one and chip it on out. Nedry back. Helfrich in stride. Grabs that one. Works it out. Ooh, almost to Newcomb in stride. Heading out of the zone. Orono Westtonka gets an onside zone entry. Amy. Up to Nedry. Nedry to Witherspoon. Amy again. Works it back over to Helfrich. Helfrich has got a little bit of a lane. Newcomb gets jumped on. Up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon and Nedry. At the end of the shift, they're exhausted, but can they make it work? Mal jumps on the ice. Back to Sweetser. Nedry and Witherspoon going for a change. Sweetser up to Mal. There's a call coming on that. Terrible call. How do we describe this again? An unjust call. Both of the kids were going for the puck. Mal's stick was there, but I don't know if it was a fair call. Both of them actually fell on the play, so I think Margie Regan's being called back to the bench, number 94 from Orono Westtonka, a kid we all know. You got Sauter and Boylan on the front side. Orono Westtonka is probably a pretty good team on the power play. They're a very well-coached team. They're looking for an opportunity. Boylan chases out to the point, senses an opportunity, gets by that one. She's got a little angle. She's headed in. Works in. Tries to chip that one in. Nope. No dice. We're on a penalty kill. That's all right. Short-handed. Just burn this clock. 1 minute and 33 seconds left. They come up with that one. Orono Westtonka coming down the ice. Orono Westtonka, long shot. That one is cast wide. Sauter, great job. Ooh, nice play by the Orono Westtonka Warriors there. Trying to load somebody up in front. Back to Levy. Levy chips it on out. Here comes Orono Westtonka again. 1 minute remaining in this power play. That one gets knocked down low. Sweetser back to collect. Sweetser over to Levy. Levy chips it forward to Sauter. Sauter looking for some space. Achieves that. Oh, thinks better of the red line. She's burning clock. Levy back over to Sweetser. Sweetser up to Ballard. Ballard gives it to Cragness. Cragness. About 40 seconds left in this penalty kill, I should say. She's burning clock. We got about 30 seconds left. Cragness avoiding a tie-up. Keeps possession. Working that edge work. Tries to work it back down low. There goes Ballard activating. Given a chance. 16 seconds left in the Westtonka power play. They chip it out. That's not an icing. Levy's in a foot race. She's got an advantage. Gets a hold of that one. Ooh, gets her pocket picked. by a kid about twice her size. Ooh, Orono Westtonka there in front. Levy casts it aside. Great job, Levy. Levy now zips that one down the ice. We've got even strength. Ballard sees Craigness. Oh, just a little bit behind her. Good D by the Westtonka Warriors, though. Westtonka comes up with it again, working on the ice. Craigness on the back check. Okay, now I think we need to settle our game down. A whistle would be great. We're a little disorganized. Amy's got it behind our net. Works up sideboard. Craigness with the puck. Now over to Helfrich. Calm and cool. Vivian Helfrich very much slowed down the game there. Realized let's all calm down. Made a nice breakout pass. Good job, Viv. Westtonka tries to flip it out of the zone. We come up with that one. Regroup. Back over to Vivian Helfrich. Over to Amy. Amy chips it up to Newcomb. She's got the red line. Tries to work it in. She's got Witherspoon helping her. Newcomb down to Witherspoon. Witherspoon behind the net. Back over to Newcomb. Newcomb in the corner. Out to Levy. Levy loses that one. Comes up with it again, though. Little weird bounce as it arrived at her stick. There she goes. She's got an opportunity. Works through the zone. Chips that one towards the net. Goalie knocks it aside. Witherspoon in the corner again. Newcomb was covering the point. Now it chips out to her stick. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first period. 1-0. The Edina Hornets lead. Shots on goal are 6-0. That should be an icing. Oh, they call it no. You know, on a Wednesday night in the middle of December, it may be possible that the officials are interested in an efficient game. That one almost gets knocked in front of our net. Witherspoon comes up with it. Witherspoon chips it up. Nice backhand. Olive tries to clear all the way out to the red line. Unfortunately, they knock it back in. We got 2 minutes and about 5 seconds left in this first period. Newcomb tries to chip that one forward. Back down to Levy. Levy chips it over to Newcomb. Newcomb tries to chip it out again. Orono Westtonka comes up with that. They're right in front of our net. Levy gets a body on that. Everybody, both teams look a little tired here. Newcomb tries to get to that red line. Let's get that puck low, guys. Witherspoon again. Back to battle. Chips that one out to Newcomb. Orono Westtonka comes up with it again. I think they may have accomplished a little bit of a change. Long attempt at a shot. Newcomb again gets the puck on her stick. Dangles her on one. Sees Nedry going. Orono Westtonka comes on back. We got some back and forth hockey. Orono Westtonka in front of our net trying to create something. Here comes Mal and Slaughter in on a 2-on-0. Working over. Boom. That one counts. That'll be a 2-0 game with 1 minute and 5 seconds left. I think our team happened to catch them in a little bit of a... They had some exhausted skaters out there, and we got some fresh legs out there. That's the importance of short shifts. It came over to Sauter, and she hit the gas, and Mallory went with her. One thing led to another, and all of a sudden, it's 2-0, the Edina Hornets lead. 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the first frame. Back to Helfrich. Over to Sweetser. Sweetser off the boards to Mal. Mal tries to chip that one forward. Over to Sauter. She works in. Flings that one towards the net. Knocked aside. Oh, just missed on the connection in the slot there. Back to Sweetser. 40 seconds left. Helfrich. Sweetser. Up to Boylan. Boylan's got a little traffic to deal with. Flings it forward. Back to Sauter. Sauter creates enough pressure where they cough it up for her. She's down in the corner working around. Ooh, they just got a stick on that, but it's out to Vivi. Vivi fires, just misses the net. Mallory's there. Mal dangling around everybody. Oh, they just barely got a stick on that. 10 seconds left in this. The official actually applauded, I think. I don't think that was supposed to be applause, but that's what it looked like. Boylan in, 1-on-5, trying to create some work. Nothing there.
That's the end of the first period. 7 shots for Edina, 0 for the home team. It's 2-0. Edina leads. You got lost on the way out here? You went right by us. All right, the officials have sounded the horn for the beginning of the second period. As I said before, the Edina Hornets lead 2-0. It's now the second period. 15 minutes remain. Hazel Weary got to work out that period. Mostly mental. Zero saves so far. I think she's been playing great, but her save percentage is 0.
It is 0. Yeah.
It is 0. Levy. Chapman. Back to Levy. Levy's looking for an outlet. Sees Craigness. Craigness. Just missed it, that one. Orono Westtonka works it up. They work it down deep. Levy goes to grab that one. Instead, Chapman comes up with it. Up to Craigness. Craigness senses an opportunity, goes to the outside. She's in. Ooh, I don't think that was offsides. Some people are giving the coach or the official grief. We forgot to do our intermission interviews, but maybe next break we will. That's the first 12 ticks of the second period here in Orono. Back to Chapman again. Up to Ballard. Ballard moves to the center. Comes up with that one. Cohen now tries to dangle around a few. Fires. That one hit a body there. She sees it. Tries to fire in. Looks like the goalie got a hold of that one. The Nedry Newcomb Witherspoon line jumps out. 14 minutes and 29 seconds left here in the second period. Shots on goal, 8-0. Score, 2-0. We win that back, kind of. Nedry comes up with it, then works it over to Amy. Amy works it down low. Newcomb's there. They get a stick on that, work it out to our point. I think that one may have bounced off Alex Autumn, but she didn't even flinch. That's what you get when you're a goalie sitting on the bench with the official asked if she's good. She's fine. Okay, so we have an offensive zone face-off with Witherspoon. Oh, good job, Orono Westtonka, jumping on that fresh puck. They work it down low. They try to go to work with their forecheck. Amy's there, tries to come up with it. Orono Westtonka tries to load up the front. We blocked that shot. Long shot. That one gets blocked as well. Helfrich collects. Works it over to Nedry. Nedry tries to load that thing out. Ooh, it bounces off some people. We got odd man rush here. Witherspoon with Nedry. Nedry in her skates. Oh, almost big setup. Here come the Orono Westtonka Warriors. Helfrich tries to chip that thing out. Amy's back. Works it around. Newcomb's there to help. Back down low for us. Now, this period, we're going to have some longer changes. So if we get trapped in our defensive zone, it's a very long change to try to get from one place to another. Witherspoon working in the corner. Oh, Orono comes up with that one. Works it out to their point.
Long shot. Misses left. Nedry there, creating some trouble. Love it. Over to Newcomb. Newcomb, one-on-one. Dangle. Come on, kiddo. You got it. Newcomb's got some silky mitts, as they would call them in the business. Boylan jumps on the ice. She sees her old teammate from summer hockey, Margie Regan, tries to knock it aside. Long shot. That's the first shot on goal. From the point. Looks like our players are checking in with Hazel Weary to make sure that she's all right back there. I think she ought to be fine, folks. Sauter's there on the draw. Ooh, Orono Westtonka wins that one back. That one knocks off the side of the net. Sweets her up to Boylan along near side boards. Boylan tries to chip that one out. They keep that one in. Here we go. Now the puck is still loose. It's low. Sweetser over to Levy. Levy back to Sweetser. Oh, nope. Faked even me out. Boylan in the corner. Battling for it. Boylan works that one over to Ella. Ella chips that one forward. Oh, almost out of the zone. There we go. Ella Sauter's got it back there. Sauter up to Boylan. Boylan tries to dangle. They get a skate on that one. Ella works it in down low. Here we go. We got two players chasing. Ella is so quick. Came up that one. Tries to work it across. Boylan got tied up in front. Here comes Orono Westtonka back. Sauter, middle of the ice. Good regroup, almost entirely on her own. Boylan into the zone. Tries to load up Mel. There we go. Sauter's got the puck again. Dangler on a bunch. It's there for Mel. Boylan and Mel right in front of the net, right where you're supposed to be. Levy works it down to Mel. Mel tries to load up Boylan. Boylan just got tied up in front. Sweetser back down to Boylan. Boylan in the corner just misses that one. Mal comes up with that. Mal working around. Leaves it for Sweetser. Sweetser down to Boylan. Boylan dangles that one off the back of the net. Tries to work it out in front. Holy buckets, Craigness. Nice play. Boylan tried to get a stick on that. Good job, Craigness, right here at the blue line. I usually keep track of back checks. Instead, it was just a defensive zone battle offensive zone battle that she grabbed the puck off of somebody's stick and kept it in our zone. Gave us a nice, juicy scoring opportunity. 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second period. 2-0. The Hornets lead. The shots on goal are 10-0. And now it's 11-0, and it's 3-0. Ava Ballard standing in the slot. Merry Christmas, kiddo. That one's on her stick. And a moment later, it's in the back of the net. Nice shot, Ava. That's what happens when you create pressure and you're standing in the right spot. 3-0. Shots on goal, 11-1. 10 minutes, 33 seconds left. Cohen gives chase that one. Craigness is there to try to tie it up, keep it in the zone. We're working it. Ooh! Good job, Amy, fighting for that one. Ava tries to come up with that one. Craigness is there. We're just barely onside. Craigness steals Cohen on the back. Oh, Cohen almost had that on the back door. Good job, number 94 on Orono Westtonka. Getting in the way there. Amy dancing backward. Works it across the ice. There goes Ava Ballard trying to catch up with that one. Nope. Ooh, Orono Westtonka's got a chance. We got a stick on that. That one went floating over the net. Craigness is back there to clean it up. Ooh, they come up with that. Fire. Just miss. Nice job. And there's going to be an icing called there. D-zone face-off for the Edina Hornets. 9:36 left in the second period. We've got a couple of birthdays on our team tonight. I don't know if Kevin Witherspoon actually is dialed in from the British Virgin Islands, but hopefully he's watching somewhere because his brother Keith is here. Twin brother Keith. And they both are turning 50 years old today. Edina knocks that one aside. Witherspoon, speaking of Witherspoons, gives chase in the corner. Orono Westtonka is still in the fight here. It's only 3-0. If they can get one, it'll be a game. There we are battling in our defensive zone. The Hornets are tough on offense. They're even tougher in the defensive zone, man. They try to work it over to the middle. We got multiple sticks, making sure they don't get it. Newcomb with speed through the neutral zone. Tries to work it around. Behind the net. Newcomb over to Nedry. Nedry works it down low to Newcomb. Nice play. Newcomb all alone behind it. Witherspoon tries to fire. Oh, they just knocked that aside. Here come the Orono Westtonka Warriors. Achieve that red line. Oh, the official got in their way. She was trying to dump it in and bounced right off the official's leg. So it didn't go all the way deep. Nevertheless, they're in the zone. Over to Witherspoon. Witherspoon tries to dangle through. Sweetser. High off the glass. Nice pass up to Nedry. Orono Westtonka is giving us a run for our money right now in the second period. They've had some fair ozone time. It's caught in Vivian Helfrich's skates down there. She comes up with it, works it around the boards. Sweetser's there to help. Battle on the near side boards there. We got 3 Hornets and 2 Warriors going at it. They fling it towards the center of the net. Nice pass by them. That one bounces off a shin pad. Still low. Helfrich. Helfrich decides, let's get this puck out of here. That might be an icing, or it might not even make it. That gets waved off. There's a full change happening. Sauter's there. Great heads-up hockey play by Sauter. Realizing she had to get a stick on that, otherwise they had an unfettered opportunity to try to get into our zone. Chapman's back. Steady as she goes, Chapman. Levy sensing an opportunity to zip it around the boards to Boylan. Boylan comes up with that one, tries to chip it out again. Boylan chips it to the center. That one gets bounced around. It's there for Orono Westtonka. They're trying to get it in. They got a couple of shots now. Our girls have got to remember not to let off the gas. Boylan tries to get to her breakout spot. Sauter chips it up the boards. Boylan tries to chip it past again. That Orono Westtonka player got in the way. Levy. Up to Mal. Mal tries to work it down low. But Sauter actually does so. Boylan gives chase. Get there quick, kid. Mallory comes up with that one. Bounces around. Leaves it for Boylan. Boylan tries to load up Sauter. Sauter. Oh, nice play. Mal in the corner. Mal senses an opportunity. Works it down to Boylan. Boylan looks for Sauter. Sauter tries to load up the front. Nobody home. Some pretty passes by this line. I think eventually it's going to pay off. Sauter. Out to Levy. Levy tries to fire. No dice. Nice. Amy fired it with a slap shot. When it happened, just pop out to the center. I don't know if Boylan got a stick on it or not. I think the official might be saying, did you hit that? It's 4-0. I don't know what a goalie is supposed to do in those circumstances. It's almost impossible. He comes in like a rocket, and then all of a sudden they get a little tip on it. Cohen, Craigness, Ballard out there. 6:08 left in the second period. Back to Amy. Amy chips it down. Amy, at least an assist, possibly the goal scorer just a moment ago. Cohen comes up with that. Cohen says, it's my dad's birthday. I'm going to get a goal. Oh, or an assist. They count the same in the scorebook. Cohen looking, sees Helfrich. Helfrich fires. That one gets knocked aside. Craigness down in the corner. Craigness works it back down to Cohen. For those of you that listened to the 12U Edina Hornets last year, 12UA Edina Hornets, you may remember Cohen, Craigness, because that's what I was doing. Cohen to Craigness here. Cohen's got it again. Going out to Helfrich. Cohen down to Craigness. Craigness loads up Cohen. Cohen fires. That one's a goal. That'll be 5-0. The shots should be, it's 14-4. To be fair, I think we've had a lot more offensive zone time, and this goalie's been playing pretty well. It's just a barrage. The number of block shots and other things, she's been doing a great job. We switch up our lines. We've now got Witherspoon, Nedry, Newcomb out there. The NWN line, Nedry, Newcomb, Witherspoon. Back up to Sweetser. Ooh, weird ricochet off of Levy. They try to fire Sweetzer's back there to clean that thing up. Witherspoon in the corner. See somebody breaking along the far side. Here goes Nedry. Nedry with speed. Come on, kid. It's a foot race. Goalie gets there first. Nedry's there to help. Nedry and Newcomb. Now we've got some offensive zone time with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second period. That one they try to chip it out. Levy tries to work it out again. That's an offsides call. Good offsides call. Looks like we switch it up so that we've got Ella, Mal, and Nora out there. Ella wins that one with her skate. Back to Levy. Near side or far side board. Mal tries to get that one out. Orono Westtonka wins that one. Levy chips her on the boards. Sweetzer's got it. Sweetser tries to get it out. Oh, wow. Right in front of my net. No dice. Levy up the sideboards. Not good. There we go. Boylan's there trying to chip it out. Now it's Sauter. Sauter up to Mal. Mal. Dangling in. Tries to work it out. We got a 2-on-1 coming. Fire. That one gets knocked aside. Great job. Boylan's there along the near side boards. So is Sauter. Fired at our goalie. That one gets knocked aside. Back to Sweetser. Sweetser looking for an opportunity to work it up the sideboards. That kid took a dive over Mal's stick. Trying to work it out. Orono Westtonka works it back into our zone. They got an opportunity here. Flaying towards the center. There's Mal. Mal sees Boylan breaking. That's just going to be on net, I think. That's an icing. Okay, 3 minutes and 2 seconds left. 5-0. Cragness on the draw. Working over. Ooh, long rebound. Right on the Cohen's stick. I love it. Cohen achieves the red line. Looking to get set up. Leaves it for Cragness. Cragness senses some space. Senses some more space. Ooh. Cragness in the corner. Dangles. There's Cohen dangling too. Cragness up to Cohen. Or Cohen up to Cragness. Tries to lead her into the slot. Just a little off on that one. Here we go. Cragness again. Cohen. Nope. Amy tries to keep that one in. Nice job, Amy. That was pure athleticism at the blue line. That one gets knocked off the glass. Cragness and Cohen are in there. Ava Ballard working it back down low. That one gets chipped out. Great job. Layden Cragness on the back check. Cragness up to Cohen. Cohen tries to chip it out. They get a skid on that. Ava Ballard with hustle tries to get there. That one gets chipped in. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the second frame. We're in the middle of the second period. It's a 5-0 lead for your Edina Hornets. Ava Ballard tries to get that one out. That gets knocked down low again. Helfrich back to collect. Helfrich dangles around 1. Dangles around 2. We're going to just keep track. This is like a body count. She's entering the zone. She's around a third. Loads up the front. Oh, instead it ends up on Cohen's stick. Cohen goes for that change. We got Witherspoon and Newcomb already out there. Nedry jumps into the fight. We work neutral zone battle there. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Orono Westtonka tosses that in zone. I think that's another save for Hazel Weary. I don't know if they're going to tally it for her. Witherspoon tries to load up Newcomb. Newcomb gives chase. Nedry behind the net. Nedry dangling. Senses the little seam. Goes for it. Still got the puck on her stick. Down to Witherspoon. Now it's Witherspoon's turn. Dangle, dangle. Still got the puck. Gets it down low. About 40 seconds left in this period. Orono Westtonka breaking out. That should be an icing. 30 seconds remain. That was just a misfire by them. It was a good breakout pass. Just didn't quite connect. So as I mentioned, this evening is brought to you by Lord Fletcher's Old Lodge. Souter on the draw. Orono Westtonka comes up with that one. Tries to get out of the zone here. Souter's there to help. Man, Souter's quick. Souter works it down to Boylan. Boylan's there in the corner fighting for it. Boylan back to Souter. About 13 seconds, ladies. Out to Amy. Amy, our prior opportunity goal scorer, chips it down low. Boylan tries to chip that one in. They just barely get a second up. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. That's the end of the period, guys. I think there'll be a resurfacing unless something unusual happens. And we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Okay, we're back for the second period, or the third period, excuse me. Nedry sees sees an opportunity on the far side, doesn't quite connect. Fresh sheet of ice. As a reminder, it's 5-0. Edina leads. Amy zips it up the sideboards. Amy gathers over to Newcomb. Newcomb. Oh, just loses the handle at the blue line. Here comes the Wayzata War or the Orono Westtonka Warriors. Long shot. Bounces out to Amy's feet. Amy over to Newcomb. Newcomb tries to load it up across off the back of a skate. Hazel Weir knocks that aside. Witherspoon. Wow, Orono Westtonka comes up with that again. Boylan, though, grabs a hold of that one. Got an opportunity. She loses one, loses another. Sees Newcomb on the far side. That one's a goal. So not a lot goalies can do there when it turns into almost a 2-on-0. Nice pass across the slot there. Makes it 6-0. Edina leads. Good job, Hannah Newcomb working in the net. Good job, Nora Boylan getting it all the way down there and making a nice pass for Hannah to be able to chip that one in. 6-0, 13:38 left in the third period. Here we go again. That one gets chipped into the Edina zone. Sweetser back to collect. Sweetser works it up to Mal. Mal chips it forward to Souter. Souter keeps control of that one. Boylan on the far side. Souter fires just over the top of the net. I think they got a stick on that. Boylan works it back down to Souter. Souter, Boylan along the near side boards. Chips it out to the point. Oh, great job. Sweetser keeping that one in. Boylan tries to chip it forward. Goalie jumps on that one. A great job keeping that puck going. We've got 13:07 left in this third period. It's 6-0. The officials are indicating it is now running time. It looks like the auxiliary officials in the bench have now gotten the point. Sweetser back down to Boylan. Mal behind the net. Mal working around. Works around one. Tries to chip it forward. Sweetser back down to Boylan in the corner. Boylan collects that one. Dangles around one. Gets eaten up a little bit. Boylan again with the puck on her stick. Senses. Sees Sweetser far side. Fires. Nice shot, Sweetser. Uh-oh. Here come the Orono Westtonka Warriors. They caught us in a little bit of a deep zone. Great job, Sweetser, knocking that aside. Souter comes up with that one. Souter with speed. She's so quick. She gets to that red line, chips it down low. Our forwards go for a change. Except Souter gives chase, doing a great job, sacrificing herself so that the rest of her teammates can get a change, and now she heads to the bench. That one's up to the red line again, and she thinks, okay, fine, I'll collect that one. She fires it over to Levy. Levy up to Ballard. Ballard's got Cohen coming in behind her. We almost got a nice connection there. Cohen back to Chapman. Chapman up to Cragness. Cragness chips it forward to Cohen. Cohen fires just over the top of the net. Levy pinches down. Cragness on the near side boards. Cohen comes up with that one. Cohen dances. They got a stick on that. It flies over to the net as a result. Chapman works it back down low again. Cragness over to Cohen. Cohen behind the net. We got 3 Hornets. Oh, good job. Cragness senses too many bodies down there. Backs out of there. Orono Westtonka trying to get a hold of it. Chapman works it back down low again. Cragness to Cohen. Cohen out of the corner. Cohen dangling. Out to Chapman. Chapman tries to fire it. That one flutters towards the net. Somebody got a stick on that one. Cragness in front. Tries to chip it forward. Goalie jumps on that. Good job, goalie. With about 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third period, the Edina Hornets lead 3-0. We got running time going on. Witherspoon, Newcomb, and
Nedry out there, backed up by Chapman and Levy. Off the draw. Little battle in front. Newcomb tries to chip towards the net. Newcomb gets a hold of that. Little battle on the near side boards. Good job, Nedry, getting in the way there. Chapman's down low. Fires it in. Here comes the Warriors. They try to get that all the way deep. That's not going to be an icing. They wave that thing off. Nedry up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon tries to chip that out. It's back to Levy. Levy over to Chapman. Chapman back to Levy. Levy picks that one up. Chips it forward to Witherspoon. Witherspoon knocks that out of the air. High skill there. Oh, right at the blue line. Nice defensive play by the Warriors, keeping that thing out. That one caroms off a shin pad. Over to Newcomb. She's in the center of the ice. Newcomb. Oop, that one's out to Amy. That's going to be an offsides. That's a legit offsides call. 9 minutes and about 35 seconds left on the Daktronics scoreboard. Souter, Newcomb, Boylan are out there. Backed up by Lou. Boylan tries to chip that one in. Souter's there to help out. Oh, there probably should have been a penalty called there on whoever hit Boylan. Boylan comes up, feeling her chin. They chip it down low. It's tough to get a penalty called in this game. Little bobble in front of the net. They fling it towards the net. Looks like Boylan's adjusting her helmet still. About 8:45 left. Officials moving now out of the face-off circle. Amy tries to work it out. Here we go. Two of our players giving chase. Ooh, they just barely get a hold of that one. That's not going to be an icing. Got some sticks on it. Amy takes a look. Works it back out to Mallory. Mallory tries to work it out. Sauter is so good with her stick. Somebody go help her. She's in the zone, working around. There we go, Sauter. Out to Lou. Lou works it back down to Mallory. Mallory comes off the boards. Tries to work it around. To Sauter. Oh! Just barely missed on that one. Here comes the Warriors. Back towards our defensive zone. Our girls are gassed. They flip it in, though. Hazel knocks that thing aside. Boylan senses an opportunity. Skates. Trying to zip by everybody. That's a body. There's a penalty coming. I guess you get one opportunity to manhandle somebody. The second time they're going to call it. Probably a fair call. In men's hockey, that would not be a penalty. In girls hockey, it absolutely should be a call. Okay, so you got Craigness, Cohen, Ballard out there for the power play. 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining. Levy over to Sweetser. Sweetser fires. That one gets knocked aside. So we got about 7 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Over to Cohen, near side boards. Cohen out to Sweetser. Sweetser over to Levy. Levy down to Craigness. Craigness in the corner with room. Leaves it for Cohen. Cohen down to Ballard. Ballard catches that one. Takes a look. Sees Cohen behind the net. Loads her up. Oh, nice play by the Orono Westtonka Warrior. Ballard, just slips off the end of her stick. Levy's there to collect. Levy looking for an opportunity. Dangles around, regroups. Fires it over to Cohen. Cohen collects that one. Back to Sweetser. Sweetser up to Ballard. Ballard tries to chip it forward to Craigness. Levy's there to pick it up instead. Levy entering the zone. Clock continues to run. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left here in this third period. 6-0 Edina leads. We got a change of our forwards. About 40 seconds left on the power play. You got Witherspoon, Nedry, Newcomb out there. Chapman works it over to Lou. Lou dangles around one. Works it back to Chapman. Chapman collects that. Newcomb. Good step, Newcomb. Looks like we just need to get our zone entry figured out. That's going to be an icing, unless this was men's league hockey. That would have been an icing. Five minutes and about 30 seconds left. Third period hockey. Here at the Orono Spartans rink. I think it's actually the Westtonka Warriors because they're co-oping together. Newcomb from behind the net. See the Witherspoon. Back to Newcomb. Newcomb sees Nedry. Oh, it's just a misfire. It was on her backhand. She couldn't quite get a shot off. All the way back down to our zone. Witherspoon chips it to herself. Newcomb's got that. She's got Witherspoon in tow. Clean zone entry. Newcomb tries to load her up. No luck there. Newcomb again with the puck. Out to the point. Lou just misfires on that one. It chips out of the zone. Good idea, Helfrich. Just bouncing it back in. Helfrich again with the puck. Works it over to Newcomb. Newcomb gathers. Chips it up to Nedry. Nedry in stride. Nedry into the zone. Witherspoon works it low. There goes Nedry for a quick change. Witherspoon's there. Helfrich. There we go. Probably another penalty. Probably not going to be called. Boylan goes in to retaliate. Doesn't quite cause a penalty either. Doesn't quite make contact either. Souter in. Souter's going to make him pay with a goal here, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Orono Westtonka barely comes up with that puck. Long entry into our zone. Boylan down in the corner. Collects that one. Trying to catch him in a change. Sees Mal on the far side. Mal creates some space for herself. Mal's got Souter leaving. Again behind the net there. Lots of traffic. Helfrich comes up with that one. Fires it down low. Our forwards go to work. 3 minutes left in this period. I should say 3 minutes left in this contest. Mal over to Boylan. Boylan tries to chip to herself. Not quite there. There we go. We're in our zone. Ballard's there. Souter's there. Boylan goes for a quick change. Back down to Souter. 6-0 with 2.5 minutes remaining. Ballard circling. Looking for an option. Tries to work it in. No dice. Pregnus jumps on the ice. Chapman out at the point. Long shot. Cast aside. Pregnus working on low. Cohen in front. Cohen working in the corner. Pregnus goes to help. 2 minutes remaining in this third period. Clock keeps running just like little fan up there. Just like the years keep ticking by for Craig Cohen and Keith Witherspoon on their 50th birthday and 51st birthday. Little battle down in the corner. Let's hope nobody gets hurt at this point. That one gets shot out. 1 minute and 35 seconds remain. Cohen gathers. Races around one. Dangles around another. Enters the zone. Dangle. Tries for the... Nope. Almost in. Not quite there. Newcomb's now on the ice. About 1 minute and 14 left. Battle in our own defensive zone. 1 minute remaining in this game at about 2:10 seconds. Levy comes up with the puck in the corner. Tries to get it out. Lots of Orono, Tonka, Westtonka traffic. Newcomb chips it up. A couple of our forwards are stuck out there at this point. Been a long shift. Hazel grabs hold of that. That's going to burn some clock while we're waiting on a face-off. According to my read, we got about 33 seconds remaining in this contest. Clock keeps running. Witherspoon on the draw. 20 seconds remain. Boards, says Hannah Newcomb. Hannah Newcomb loads up Nedry. Nedry in all alone. Fires. That's a goal. That'll make it 7-0 with about 8 seconds remaining. I think that's going to be it for this contest. We'll see you guys all soon.
Yep, I can move.